Hello, my people. Warm welcome to the decoding of the ET Wealth newspaper. It was an interesting newspaper this week, and this is the July 20th to July 26th edition that I'm talking about. And I think I drew a lot of insights from this paper. So for all of you who are joining, hey, thanks for sharing that you are here. Bindu, Rakhi, Rimjim. Thanks for joining, guys. I'm glad. Did any of you manage to glance through the ET Wealth newspaper? Did this happen by any chance between Monday and today? Just say yes, no, I've not seen. Hey Beena, good to have you. Okay Bindu, great. Good to hear that you've actually seen the papers. Beautiful. Awesome. Yes Beena, morning. So guys, one of the articles in this ET Wealth is on 8 winning habits of successful investors. Let me show you. Quite an interesting one. See, 8 winning habits of successful investors. And it was an amazing read. And over the last few days, what I've been personally going through in my life informed me how it's just not about learning different investments, learning a methodology. It is far more and beyond. While as investors, sometimes we just get stuck with, okay, I need to learn about investments, that's it. While that's just a very, very small view of what this world is about. And so today I'm actually starting the conversation with these habits. And Preeti, Ridhima, Shilpi, everybody welcome. And Shilpi, thanks for saying that you're reading the ET Wealth paper now. It's amazing to hear that. So on that note, guys, let's actually talk about some behavioral skills, okay? I may not be even pronouncing it well, okay? Behavioral skills. That's the most uncommon thing among investors, because sometimes we just get stuck on financial literacy, and that's never enough, like never ever enough. So the first one is having an emotional discipline. So when the article is talking about having an emotional discipline, it's talking about recognizing when you are scared, doubtful, attached, overconfident, or you being greedy. So how this helps? When you recognize these emotional states that all of us human beings go through, what happens? It helps you avoid making bad investment decisions or bad life decisions. Or like here it's mentioning how it can help you save yourself from investing in random instruments, selling stocks or redeeming mutual funds when the markets fall, or buying when the Sensex is bullish. Now all of that results in losses. So no matter you've chosen the right investment, but if you can't deal with your own self, your fear, your doubts, your emotions, overconfidence, it just can't help. And I think that's where the foundation of Women on Wealth was built, because from my personal journey, I knew that it was just not about investing in the right places, because just starting on a journey is not enough. sustaining that journey for a long period of time is what is needed. And how do you sustain? One way is to sustain on your own. Another really powerful way that I have discovered for myself is being a community. Because I think alone is not easy, is what my interpretation is. Second winning habit of successful investors: they don't stop learning. So guys, are you somebody who has stopped learning? Just say yes, no. Please say. So glad to see. Vinita, good to have you. You messaged me in the morning and you're here right now. Amazing to see you. Rochelle, good to have you back. So guys, start writing. Have you stopped learning? Yes, no. Okay, Preeti saying no. Yes, absolutely. It's about sustainability, Ridhima. No, Beena is learning. Got it. And guys, to tell you, Beena and Preeti are our treasured senior members of our community. And if they've not stopped learning, we better don't. Yes, Raki, Vinita, absolutely. Got that, Ridhima. Got it. So now guys, here it's talking about how successful investors read voraciously and they update themselves on financial information and events. So they are aware of macro developments, micro developments, domestic, global performance, performance of companies, sectors, regulatory decisions on taxation, insurances. Look at that. That's a whole bouquet. And exactly when we are talking about reading or decoding the business papers, we're actually talking about becoming aware of the macro, micro developments globally and in India. And performance of companies we study. We study different investments, taxation. We go over the budget our own selves. Now, you don't stop learning, and well, the learning is just not inside of financial literacy. You also learn about your own self. Like, just in this weekend, I was with my mentors and I discovered an incident from my childhood where something happened in my life and I went numb and quiet. And I just made that a way to survive in my life, where anything happens to me and I would go numb and quiet. And I didn't even know that that's how I operated. And that was coming in my own way of self-expression. So that was the cost that I was paying for, kind of cost of self-expression I was paying. And was I happy, joyous in that moment when something happens to me and I go numb and quiet? No. And I actually discovered a new calm way of communicating, of expressing myself. So I really don't think that we need to just learn about, the investments. It's also about learning about my own self, my emotional state, so that I can go beyond, far, and be joyous in this journey of creating wealth. And I think that was my big victory over the last weekend, where I actually discovered self-expression for myself. So guys, bringing back the space of emotional discipline, growing emotionally, growing financially, they're all interconnected. Like they're all interconnected. Let's not like take our money life in silo is what I've learned through my journey, and I think this article is a big representation of that. Okay. The third is that successful investors protect their wealth. So successful investors not only know how to create wealth, but they also know how to protect it. They cover all risks. They make sure that their wealth is not eroded by inflation, market risk, ill health, death. Like just yesterday, I was having a conversation with this woman, and she's sharing, no, I will not invest no matter what. My money will just keep lying in my savings account because typically I make very less money. I receive very less from my husband. How can I just invest it and lose? She completely skipped. It's like her blind spot. She just can't see how inflation is eating up on her savings. So, while the savings account may be giving us say 2-3% of interest, while the inflation rate at this point in our country is being reported as 6.10. So if I'm making 2%, 3%, however I'm losing the purchasing value by 6%, am I not losing money? I am. While that 1,000 rupees may look like just 1,000 rupees only, but the purchasing power has reduced. So, successful investors understand these things. They understand the impact of inflation, the market risks, and they are willing to go beyond and kind of, then take, of course, risks, but calculated risks. So that's how I would say it. And well, protecting your wealth also means that you are prepared for emergencies. You have exit strategies. You have adequate health and life insurance for yourself. And you've written a will. They plan their investments with care so that goals are met and money is not lost on account of a mistake. I mean, this was beautiful, right? So guys, third attitude. Are you all willing to build it? Let's hear some yes, some no's. Hey Jyoti, good to see you after such a long time in the decoding. Melody, my friend, you are here. Wow. Guys, Melody is one of my wealth friends. So when I started my journey, she and I have been together. Got it. Melody, this is a beautiful surprise. And I'm glad you're up at this point. Okay, guys. Are you protecting your wealth? That's my question. Yes, no. Got it. Investing is all about protecting my money from inflation. Prachi, great to have you. Are you protecting your wealth? Working on it brick by brick. Yeah, absolutely. And guys, it's, I want to share this. It's heartbreaking to see that what you built brick by brick for the last 9-10 years, somebody can just, anything can just come and shake it. So how you got to be so strong to be able to deal with it? Got it. Rakhi, Prachi. Beautiful, guys. Now that's called My Women on Wealth. Awesome. Let's move forward. So we have talked about 3 habits and now the 4th habit. Okay. The 4th habit is that every successful investor will have an investment journey. Okay. Every successful investor will have an investment journey, an investment strategy in that journey. Yeah. So successful investors, they have a well crafted strategy. So they have a step by step method that they are following. It's not random ever. You may not know that they are following it because, from the outside what we just see is, okay, this is what this person has done. But how did they do it? There is a process that they have. We may not know it, but each one has a process that they are following. They may have also not articulated it for themselves because they must have built it on the go for their own selves and have not articulated it for their own selves. It may have become like automatic. जैसे हम गाड़ी शुरू करते हैं, गाड़ी ड्राइव करते हैं, तो it's not that we are driving the car. It's just that the car is being driven because it just becomes so automatic for us. The same way, those tools that the investors have built, begin to use them. And they would not even know that, they're being used by so many tools because they've mastered the art to such an extent that now the tools are using them. So the same way, we got to kind of have a strategy, have a step-by-step method, have our own tools to kind of diversify investments, reach our goals. So here in this paragraph, it's saying that most successful investors have a well-crafted investment strategy that comes from thorough research or experience, and they stick to it. Be it a focused approach, diversification and asset allocation, or goal-based investing. They follow it without being bothered by market noise and random advice from various sources. I have often seen people getting swayed by all the random advice that they get, and they kind of keep seeking that random advice. Random advice and just taking advice from here, there will not create wealth. You got to build your own system and follow it. And nobody else can make financial decisions for you because everybody's life is so unique. So yes, there can be some basic principles, but at the end of it, it's, my investment journey and my financial doing, the buck stops at me. I need to be doing stuff. So that's the next one. So we have talked about 4 habits, guys. First, emotional discipline. Second, don't stop learning. Third, protect your wealth. Fourth, have an investment strategy. Fifth, don't follow the herd. So, successful investors conduct their own research. They draw their own inferences. They seldom follow the herd. And mostly they lead from the front. So guys, now that's not only just a successful investor, that's a successful person in my world. Somebody who is really leading from the front, decoding stuff for herself, learning, researching, drawing her own inferences, and that's what, that's the culture even we are bringing with each decoding. And we are saying, buddy, decode, learn. Because only when we read, we learn, we sit down with ourselves, we figure stuff. And nobody can teach us this, right? Like nobody can teach you how to research, how to draw inferences. Like, okay, basic tools तो दे सकते हैं, पर फिर पढ़ना तो खुद ही पड़ेगा. Like nobody can do my reading for me, my drawing my inferences for me. So, what this translates to? Since their investments are governed by reason and logic, they seldom fall foul of trends or lose money because of a wrong purchase. More importantly, they know the purpose and value of each asset in their portfolio. So guys, Fifth is don't follow the herd. Sixth, successful investors think long term. So there is no get rich quick scheme anywhere. Okay? Like there is no get rich quick scheme anywhere. So successful investors keep the bigger picture in mind, and they're not disturbed by short-term developments. So they're not disturbed by the noise around them in the short term. They're purpose-driven. They do not want to get rich overnight or make it big by getting the market timing right. Whether it is achieving goals or building wealth, they invest for the long term. So what this translates to, this habit translates to, since they are focused on their long-term goals, they are seldom distracted by short-term noise or volatility. They don't take impulsive investing decisions or suffer losses. So guys, repeating all the habits. Number 1, build the emotional discipline. Number 2, don't stop learning. Number 3, protect your wealth. Number 4, have an investment strategy. Number 5, don't follow the herd. Number 6, think long term. Before I come to the 7th, let me now request, guys, if you are deriving some value from this video, please share it. Because we don't know which that next woman is who is looking for us, and we are looking for her. We are seeking her and she's seeking us. And maybe just that, click of a share button from you helps her reach her goals and helps us reach our mission of making 50 lakh women financially educated and creating wealth by 2030. So guys, please share this video, and once you do that, please share that you've shared it, and I will move forward on the 7th habit. Meanwhile, I'm just reading some of the comments while you guys share and come back to write here that you're sharing. Bindu, thanks for sharing and trusting the space. Got your commitment for the community. Ridhima, be a visionary, long-term thinking with a purpose. Absolutely. Lasya, good to have you back after so long. Hina. Serena, welcome. Neha is saying she's trying to. Okay, got it. Got it. Thank you, guys. Okay, anybody else who's sharing? I'm waiting for you guys to take charge of your community. Got it, Ridhima. Beena, thank you. Now that's called being a community and taking charge, owning the mission actually. Saying it's not only I who will create wealth, it's us who will do it together. Got that, Preeti? Thank you. Thank you for really owning the mission and saying it's your own. Because honestly, no one Priyanka or no one core team of Women on Wealth can do this. Yeah. Got it. So the 7th habit is that successful investors are frugal. Okay? They are frugal. Hina, thank you for that support. So contrary to what most people believe, most successful and affluent investors are very careful about spending money. Not only are they frugal in their lifestyles, but also cautious about losing money. This means not being extravagant when it comes to cars, houses, food, using discounts where possible, reducing discretionary expenses. So what it translates to? Lesser wasteful expenditure means more savings, higher investments. Since a frugal person is keen on saving money, he invests carefully so as to optimize his returns and minimize losses. Last one, eighth one, guys. They do not have inertia. Most successful investors are proactive. They never procrastinate. Do I procrastinate? Say yes, no. Please say that. Guys, do you procrastinate? Procrastinate investment decisions, procrastinate investing, procrastinate working on the tools that you've built on your money life, procrastinating on building the tools, following the tools, doubting. Got that, Ridhima? I procrastinate. Beautiful, Prachi. Got that. Thank you for building the safe space and saying I procrastinate. Absolutely. And hey, Ridhima and Prachi, this is for you and everybody, that it's human to procrastinate. It's absolutely human. So, let's go beyond. Got it. Worst weakness. Yes and no. Got all of that. So today is the opportunity to go beyond that and build in proactiveness. Okay? So most successful investors are proactive and never procrastinate. They extract the most out of their money because they understand the time value. They value their time and cost, the opportunity cost of not investing. Now look at how differently they are thinking. While some of us don't even look at time as a resource, we don't kind of really, in our normal day life, we don't see it, how we are using it. We just think that we are just procrastinating decisions. We're just not acting on them. However, we fail to look at what's the cost I'm paying for not taking that action. What's the cost I'm paying by losing that time? We may know conceptually that time is money, but do we end up implementing that theory that we have in our head? We don't end up implementing it. I think this is a nice wake-up call for you, me and everybody that, buddy, let's look at what's the cost I'm going to pay. Sometimes we just take actions, we react, we take impulsive actions and they may not be supporting us. Example, I know so many people from my own life who want something and they will go about making sure it doesn't happen. And this is one of those. Procrastinating, not getting the opportunity cost I pay, not getting the time cost that I'm paying. Successful investors get this. So whether it is starting mutual fund SIPs, buying insurances, or filing tax returns, they do everything on time. So what this translates to? They don't let their money idle in bank. So उनका money savings account में नहीं पड़ा रहता. They start investing for their goals at the right time. This means they most likely achieve their goals. They are not losing money in fines, penalties, due to delayed payments of bills, EMIs, accrued interest due to unpaid credit card bills and more. So guys, let's go over all the habits again. Because if you get this, trust you me, nothing can stop you in reaching your goals. And like I always say, I stand with you till my last breath is my promise. Yeah, and that is on the small condition that you will follow the policies, the basic guidelines of being a human and respecting a human. So, beginning, emotional discipline, number 1. Don't stop learning, number 2. Third, protect your wealth. Fourth, have an investment strategy. Fifth, don't follow the herd. Sixth, think long term. Seventh, be frugal. Eighth, don't have inertia. So guys, on that note, please start sharing. What are your takeaways from today? Please start sharing. What did you get? I would like to also bring some of you on camera, if I can today. Got it, Beena. Thank you. I'm glad it was super for you. Please start writing. What did you get? What did you learn? Okay, Prachi has learned don't follow the herd. Absolutely. Got that, Prachi. So I'm counting on you to do that. Got that. Got that acknowledgement, Bindu. Thank you. Yeah, good revision of the concept for a strong base. Now that's Kavleen. Thank you. Anybody else? What are you taking away? What did you learn today? Is it only that Prachi and Kavleen has learned and Beena and Bindu have liked it? So guys, what are you taking away? I would like to hear. Okay, Bindu, be frugal. Okay, so you're going to do something about all that eating out and impulsive spending? Are you promising that, Bindu? Keep learning. Do not procrastinate. Protect your wealth. Do all the work in time instead of delaying. Got that, Ridhima? And Ridhima, trust the process. Build that emotional discipline. Okay? Raki, okay, my guru Warren Buffett, Robert Kiyosaki, Priyanka Bhatia. Oh, thank you. Stick to your word. Implement how to get success in life when there is only criticism around. Beautiful. Raki, on this I want to say. So on Sunday, I was talking with my mentor and he said, when you are committed to something bigger, all sorts of people will come. There'll be people who will support you, who will love you, who will say, let's do it together. And there'll be another set of people who will stab you on the back. There'll be politics. They'll want to stop you. They want to come in your way. And who are you in the face of all of this? Who are you in the face of all this criticism? And I said, I'm my word. This is the mission I'm up to. I'm going to continue no matter what. So that's for you too. If you're receiving criticism, if you're receiving whatever may be, I know it's tough. I can actually get it. And my invitation is, let's just persist. That's it. Okay, Kavleen? Need more elaboration on how not to have inertia? Okay, got it? I think Beena has gotten. Avoid inertia. So Kavleen, call Beena. Take support. Got that, Bindu? Preeti says she read this yesterday and everything just resonated with her. The bits about procrastination is relevant for her and inertia especially. Got that, Preeti? Vinita is saying the most important takeaway, do smart investments without delay. Yeah. Ridhima, be emotionally strong. Yes. Because we are better together. No one person can do this. And I am a demonstration of that. Got it, guys. So on that note, we complete our episode 19 of the decoding of the ET Wealth newspaper. It's an absolute privilege contributing to each one of you. Thank you for giving me this privilege. And also, I want to say that I'm also acknowledging my team members here. Sheetal, Hira, Praveer, and each of our, members, the Bira, leaders, Beena, Ridhima, everybody who puts in the effort to keep this work going. So this work would have not been possible without you. Because it's all this dirty work that each one of us do to be where we are and to actually help women move forward. So on this note, guys, thank you so much for joining in, and we complete the decoding here. Stay tuned and see you tomorrow in the Money Book Club meeting. Loads of love. Bye-bye.